What's going on? So we are back. It is vlog 35. It has been one entire year since I started this channel, and within the year there's been so many crazy things that have happened, not just in my life and my career, you could say, but in the world as a whole. I mean, the last one, I know the last two videos I did were kind of property tour tailored, but the one before that was all about coronavirus and, you know, how to persevere and just stay positive. And I think everyone has had to rethink really how their normal is, because everything's changed. And I think we're starting to kind of go back to more of a sense of normalcy right now, but things are still crazy. But back to the whole purpose of this video, it's been one entire year since I started this channel, and the first video, we'll play it right here, is I'm literally sitting in my car with just my iPhone. I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew what I wanted to do, but I kind of just went with it, and I decided one day, you know, and that's what that whole video is about, is just, you know, I wanted to get my real estate license. I didn't want to work a job anymore. I wanted to do stuff on my own time and be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and just be able to try different things. And I think that's what I want this video to be about, other than just the fact that it's been 1 year, which is crazy. And I mean, the last 4 videos, including this one, we've had professionally done. They look amazing. And I mean, throughout all those other videos, I pretty much said in each one of those videos was, you know, one day I promised, because my iPhone quality was garbage. It was like my selfie camera, and I was like, hey guys, I'm at the beach, and it was like the same thing. I was in my car like every single video. But now we're out and everything sounds so much better. The effects are cooler, it's more engaging, and that was really just one of the things that I wanted to really capture with this channel. And over the last year, and especially the last couple months, we've really been able to take full effect of that, and it's just been amazing. I mean, it's just incredible what you can do when you just set your mind to something and you just want to do it. You don't care what anybody else thinks about it. You just go ahead and you do it, and before you know it, you look back and it's been a year and you're like, wow, I actually did everything I said I was going to do. It's crazy what you can actually accomplish when you actually just filter out everyone else's opinions, and you really just focus and find that one thing that you really, really want to do, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to make that thing happen. All right, I had to sit down for a second because it is super, super hot out, but it's also really, really nice out, and we're in a super nice, another like preserve park area. This one's way nicer than the last one we did that other video at a couple months ago. But anyway, back to this video. So what I was saying about when you just, it's amazing what you can do when you actually just put your mind to something that you really, really, really want to happen, and you just make it happen. And it's not gonna happen overnight, and it's not gonna happen super quick, but if you love it, you honestly, you blink and then it's been a year. Like, it's been a year, like I said, and it's been fun the entire time, but it hasn't been easy by any means. I mean, with everything that's gone on in the world, and just, I mean, starting out in a career where you really have to build all of your connections. You have to start from scratch, especially if you don't have a lot of connections. I mean, I'm not from Florida originally, so I don't have a lot of people that I knew that were like able to buy real estate or sell real estate when I started here. I have family members that are in real estate, but they also have their own business. So I needed to kind of go out and make my own business. And I kind of accepted that off the bat, that it wasn't going to be easy. But I kind of used this channel as a way, and that was the whole purpose of the channel, was to kind of almost takes the stress off of me being able to talk about all these things. I can talk about everything to you guys, everyone watching this, and everyone that's been watching this since the beginning. You guys are awesome. Anyone who's jumped on halfway through or even just started watching from the last couple videos, you guys are awesome too. But this whole year has just been, it's been crazy. And there's been times that have not, I mean, up until this past month, honestly, it was hard. There was a lot of stuff that, I mean, it got to the point where, you know, I was like down to like my last penny in a sense, and it was tough. But at the same time, I kind of thought about it, and I was like, you know what, I accept it. I chose to do this, and I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to get a survival job. I'm not going to go back to my 9-to-5 job, because that would defeat the entire purpose of this whole channel. It would defeat the entire purpose of why I even did this in the first place. And it would have honestly wasted this last year. If I just caved in and went back when stuff got hard and went back to my job, it would have wasted this entire year. All that stuff, all the taking my real estate license, failing it the first time, taking it again, it would have all been for nothing, because at the end of the day, I would have just went back to where I started. And I think that's something that, you know, when it's going on, before it happened to me, like because I was like, oh, you know, there's probably gonna be times where I'm gonna be like, you know, barely scraping by. But it's easy to say that, but when you actually get into that point, it's like way more stressful than it honestly seems. And you don't realize how much, like, you can try to, like, be like, oh, well, I don't care, whatever, it's gonna get better. And I'm super optimistic and I'm super positive, but there were certain times where, you know, you're just alone with, you know, your own thoughts, and you're like, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, I have stuff on the table, but the environment, the, you know, world is a crazy place right now, and like deals were getting delayed, stuff was getting pushed back, so money that I was counting on to come in like a week now isn't going to come in, or wasn't going to come in for another month. So now I'm like, okay, what do I do in the meantime? Do I ask someone to loan me money? And I don't like doing that. I don't like having to rely on other people, and that was one of the things that, you know, I kind of just had to suck it up and be like, okay, well, maybe I can just, like, I have stuff on the table. If I'm not going to get my job back, then maybe I should just, you know, swallow my pride and ask, you know, someone for help. So I asked, you know, my girlfriend for help. I asked my family for help. But I knew at the end of the day that that what I'm doing is right. And I knew that if I just keep going, that things are going to happen. And I honestly believe, whether you're religious or not, I believe that the universe or God is a crazy, crazy thing. And I believe that if you put the energy out there and you do the right thing and you honestly do the right thing, and I'm not saying, like, there's people out there that are like, oh, well, I do the right thing every day and I, like, get the shit end of the stick all the time. But I honestly believe that if you do the right thing 110% and you put that energy out into the universe, it's not going to happen right away. It's not going to happen overnight. But I honestly believe that it will come back. In your 25th hour, you're going to be sitting there and that phone's going to ring, and it's going to be the client that you talked to like a year ago. Like, oh my God, I completely forgot about you. And they're going to be like, hey, I'm in Florida, I'm looking for a house, or I'm in whatever state you're in, I'm looking for a house. Can you help me find something? We're only here for a week. Or maybe it's an investor that you pitched like a startup idea to, who thought you were a fool a year ago, but then they called you and they're like, hey, I was actually thinking of that idea that you had. And you know what? I actually think let's meet up, let's rediscuss, because maybe I want to give you some money to help you. And I think just from experience of what's happened, like I said, up until this last month, we had a lot of stuff on the table, but everything just kept falling apart and it was crumbling. At the last minute, stuff would, you know, dates would get pushed back, and then money that I thought I was gonna have was gone. Well, not gone, but it was pushed back until, you know, you don't know when. And, you know, it's tough because I'm like, I'm doing the right thing, I'm following up, I'm staying in contact, I'm getting stuff done on time, but stuff's still falling apart. And it's like, but if you truly, like I said, if you just buckle down and you keep doing the right thing, you don't let those things knock you down and just keep you down, and you keep on going. And it happened this month. We had a bunch of stuff that was materialized, but this 1 month alone, this month right now, it was hard up until this point. There was deals that we had, but they were falling apart, but everything has now come together all at once. And I even had a couple clients that I haven't talked to since like November. Well, I've talked to them since November, but I met them back in November. And one of them, we found them a house that I've been looking for since November, and everything's happening at like the same time. In this 1 month alone, I'm gonna make $11,200, which for me, I'm 23 years old. That's like awesome. And now, you know, I don't have to worry about asking people for money, because that's gonna be a really good kickstart. One, I can pay my girlfriend back for the 2 months of rent she had to help me with, which sucked because you don't want to be the person that has to go to someone and be like, hey man, like, you know, jingle jingle, can I have some rent money? But, you know, when you get to the point, it's like I said, you know, do I want to go back to my job and give all of this up that I've worked the entire year for? Do I want to go to my YouTube channel and be like, hey guys, I'm actually back at Sprint, so deuces, I'm out of here? No, I didn't want to. So I was like, honestly, I'd rather just suck it up, and I'd rather just ask for some help, because I know that what I'm doing is going to put me in a position, maybe not next week, maybe not next month, maybe not, you know, next year, but if I keep at it, I'm gonna be in a position where I won't even have to worry about that ever, ever, ever again. And that's really what I want to focus on. I don't want this to be like kind of a negative thing. I want people to look at this and be like, maybe someone watching this in their own way, shape, or form can relate to that. Maybe it's not real estate, maybe it's just their 9-to-5 job, and they want to go into their career that they went to school for, but they're financially in trouble right now, or they're feeling, you know, the full effects of everything that's gone on with the economy. And, you know, I'm just making this point to, you know, if you keep doing what you believe is right, and I mean what you think is right 110%, not, oh, you know, when I feel like it, I do it. If you honestly do the work and you put that energy out to the universe, I really do believe that it's going to come back tenfold. And in your 25th hour, you're gonna be sitting there and your phone's gonna ring, something crazy is gonna happen, and you're gonna absolutely be like, what the hell? But that's just how crazy the universe is. That's how crazy things are. And I really think that that's one of the main points I wanted to really strike in this video. Well, anyway, enough with the kind of Debbie Downer stuff. Even though it's not Debbie Downer, it's more just being realistic with all you guys, because I think that when you can accept all the things I just talked about, it honestly makes things so much more satisfying when you really start getting the wheels rolling, when you really start rolling that snowball and you really start to feel it. Wow, I'm actually going in the right direction. Because honestly, I didn't really feel like that for the first like few months, because it was just like trying to find that kind of divot or pivot point to push off of and then start going. But enough with that. The craziest thing and the best part, honestly, that I love about this past year is that, well, honestly, since February, when I quit my job full time and went full on into real estate, is I can do whatever I want. I can manage my days however I want to. Like today, we took the evening to make this video. We came out to, once again, another beautiful preserve park right on the intercoastal, right by the ocean. But honestly, you know what I think would be a lot better to end this video at? Let's go watch the sunset by the ocean. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, we're at the beach watching the sunset, and that's one of the greatest things that I love about every single day. Granted, a lot of it is compiled of trying to get business drummed up and doing work, but if I want to take an hour here, an hour there to go enjoy something that, if I was at a job right now, if I was at my old job, what time is it right now? It's like 8 o'clock. I'd be closing up right now. I wouldn't be able to go just leave and be like, hey, I want to go watch the sunset. You just can't do it. So, no, we're at the beach. I'm gonna get a little more comfortable in this. I'm gonna lose the jacket, lose the tie. I'll see you guys down on the beach. Okay, so now that's a little bit better. Now we're down on the beach. Got the sand between my toes, beautiful sunset. This is why I wanted to end the video down here. If you look back through a lot of my other videos, this is where I'd come. I'd come here in the morning, and that was like the staple of my day that kind of kick-started all of this. And I'd come down on the beach first thing in the morning or last thing at night. I mean, there's nothing more relaxing than this right now. This is kind of where this whole journey started. Pretty much all my earlier videos was me sitting in my car watching the sunrise. After the sun came up, I would put my phone like up on the dashboard and just make a video. But the point of this entire video was just that in 1 year, where we've started and where I've came is just something that, you know, you kind of have to appreciate the work that you put into something. All those other videos, all of them, like I said, there's at least one part in each video. You know, I wanted to have professionally shot videos. The last 4 that we've done have all been awesomely edited, professionally shot. They're absolutely amazing. And all the videos up to that, everything, it led up to that. And the whole point of this channel was to show that. This video is really just to hone in the entire past year. And I can't wait to do this next year, because next year, I don't even know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. We might not even be in Florida. We might be in New York or somewhere else. It's gonna be the next year of vlogs are all gonna be professionally shot. They're all gonna be like this. They're all gonna be engaging and awesome. But I wanted anyone out there who's feeling like they're stuck right now, or anyone who's feeling like, you know, things aren't going their way. It's a quote I see a lot, and it goes something like, when you think about giving up on something, think about all of the things that you did to get to the point that you're at when you think you want to give up. Because you're not going back in time, you're at least somewhat closer to what you want. It might not be as fast as you wanted it, but nothing is gonna happen overnight. Nothing is gonna happen at the snap of a finger. It just isn't gonna happen. So you have to accept all of those things and really just resonate with, if you want it, and like I said, if you're gonna put in the effort every single day and you truly want it and you put that energy out into the universe, religious or not, you're gonna get it back. And it might not happen right away. It might happen when you least expect it. But if you just keep doing the day-to-day and keep doing what you believe is right and what you believe is gonna get you to what you want, no matter what anyone else says about it, that's what this video is supposed to be about. That's what I want, the message that's derived from this video. And for everyone out there who's been with this channel since the beginning, since last year, all 40 of you, we're only at 40 subscribers right now. Hopefully we're gonna be next year way past that. But I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys that have tuned in and hung in this entire time. And I'm so excited for all the other videos that we're about to do after this point. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the message here, and I hope that everyone can really pull something from it. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys then.